What's up, Dolphin Nation? Today we're going to go ahead and cover the sudden injury for our kicker Jason Sanders. Because according to Mike McDaniel on Saturday night after the Jaguars game, it was nothing minor. Now Jason Sanders is out 4 to 5 weeks. And in Saturday night's game, he pretty much said it wasn't nothing major, that he would be fine for week 1. Come to find out, they've been doing x-rays on Jason Sanders for a couple weeks now. Because Barry Jackson posted this on August the 25th. He posted a tweet. I'm going to read to you the tweet he posted. And this is the second time McDaniel lies to the fan base about a player not having a serious injury, and then come to find out it's pretty serious. But on August the 25th, Barry Jackson of the Miami Herald tweeted this: Dolphins are doing imaging testing on Jason Sanders to determine the severity of his injury per an associate. They're not uncommon, obviously, even if the injury is not severe. Late Saturday night, McDaniel said Sanders did not seem overly concerned about week 1 at the Colts. Then I got a tweet, which was retweeted by a friend of the channel, Miss Finns, and she retweeted this: breaking news, Miami Dolphins kicker Jason Sanders out 4 to 5 weeks due to a hip injury, per Adam Schefter of NFL Network. So if it wasn't that serious, why are the Dolphins now without Jason Sanders 4 to 5 weeks, and now about 9 to 8 days away from about 9 to 8 days away from the game 1 that really counts? Now we know that Jason Sanders is going to be out 4 to 5 weeks, when previously, this is what Mike McDaniel had to say. Preseason remarks, August the 23rd, which was this past Saturday. After the preseason finale against the Jaguars, head coach Mike McDaniel downplayed, saying Jason Sanders doesn't appear concerned for week 1. He mentioned Sanders was willing to get extra points during practice, even joking, we need the 2-point conversion work. Then updated yesterday. Just 2 days later, the outlook changed considerably. McDaniel told the media that Sanders would miss week 1 and is expected to be sidelined for 4 to 5 weeks due to a hip injury. The injury isn't considered season-ending and won't require surgery, but the team will need to bring a temporary replacement. Guys, he's not being open with the fan base. Are they hiding something about Jason Sanders? And is the injury even more serious than what they are putting out in the media? Because, guys, this is 4 to 5 weeks. What about in a month if he can't come back? Do they know something that they don't want to put out to the media? Because this is crazy. They're hiding it from the fan base. And who are we going to get to be a kicker for the next 4 to 5 weeks? Maybe even longer. Are we going to get a veteran? Or are they just going to pick up someone from the street? This is crazy, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very much crazy. I don't know what to say. To me, he hides more stuff than any head coach we've had previously. And this can hurt the Dolphins' chances, believe it or not, because Jason Sanders is a top kicker in the league, and this is just insane. Like always, you guys can leave me your thoughts down below and let me know what you think of this. But it's crazy that we got this news yesterday about our kicker going into week 1. That's a big no-no by Mike McDaniel and Chris Greer, in my opinion. That's just me being me, and this could really hurt. And guys, just to let you know also, earlier this morning we signed Rasul Douglas to a 1-year $3 million contract per sources. I will do a longer video on Rasul Douglas later in the week, but I wanted to give you that we did sign a veteran corner, the veteran corner that we've been wanting to sign for about 2 to 3 months now, I believe, because they were talking to him for a very long while. I'm going to go ahead and read to you this article about the Jason Sanders injury, and then I'll close it out with that because I already gave you my thoughts about the injury. And this was written by David Furones of the Sun Sentinel yesterday. The Miami Dolphins will start the season needing to find a short-term replacement for their injured kicker. Dolphins coach Mike McDaniel revealed Monday afternoon kicker Jason Sanders will need to miss time in the regular season with an injury that didn't allow him to kick in this past Saturday's preseason finale against the Jacksonville Jaguars. While the specific injury hasn't been disclosed by the team or McDaniel, an ESPN reporter said it's a hip ailment which will put Sanders out 4 to 5 weeks, which is what I told you guys earlier. The update comes after it was originally anticipated Sanders would be available for the Dolphins regular season opener September 7th at Indianapolis. As McDaniel said following Saturday night's exhibition game at Hard Rock Stadium, I think he's going to have a little bit longer, McDaniel said Monday. I don't anticipate him being available at the beginning of the season, but I don't see it being a season ender. McDaniel added surgery won't be necessary for Sanders' ailment. Sanders was seen on Miami sidelines to start Saturday's game shortly after kickoff, which was handled by punter Jake Bailey. Sanders went into the locker room with a trainer. McDaniel indicated his initial prognosis of Sanders' availability for Week 1 was based on the kicker's assessment. I haven't been around him through injury, and I think his initial forecast, he's not the greatest doctor, McDaniel said. The Dolphins will be looking for a free agent kicker to handle place kicking duties to start the season. On Saturday, the team ran Bailey out there for a 51-yard field goal that was wide left and a fluttering low-line drive. After the Dolphins' touchdown, they attempted a 2-point conversion. Other injuries. Dolphins running back Jalen Wright also isn't expected to be available for Miami's opener against the Colts, McDaniel said. But it's not too far off into the future. After that, McDaniel said, that's a vague timeline. I have on Wright left Thursday's joint practice with the Jaguars, limping, and was unavailable for the preseason game Saturday. His specific injury has not been disclosed. Tight end Darren Waller, after his activation from the physically unable to perform list last week, is expected to ramp up his practice participation this week per McDaniel. Rookie defensive tackle Kenneth Grant is doing well, and there's nothing in question for Week 1 after he missed the joint session and the exhibition with Jacksonville. On reserve offensive lineman Ian Eichenberg, who spent training camp on the PUP list, McDaniel said Monday he is not ready to put a timeline on his return. Regarding starting right tackle Austin Jackson, McDaniel continues to believe he will be available Week 1. Again, that's another vague answer. I would put a little grain of salt on Austin Jackson being available after he predicted the Alexander Madison injury not to be serious and he's gone for the season. He predicted Sanders to not have a major injury and he's gone 4 to 5 weeks. Again, guys, leave me your thoughts down below. And like always, stay positive, stay on your 9 and go Dolphins.